Good morning. Okay, hi guys, what's up? So it is Saturday and we are doing a family outing today. And usually we do a family outing on Saturday in some capacity, like, go to the beach, go to the lake, get a coffee, go to lunch, brunch. But today we are doing something very different. Very different indeed. Today we are going to what's called Ghouls Day Out. It's almost like a halfway Halloween event is how I took it. So I actually have always seen this event, but never heard of it, never knew what it was. I think they do it every year. They do it at the church where My Chemical Romance filmed their Helena music video, which is the most iconic video, which without a doubt, hands down, is my favorite My Chemical Romance music video. I've dressed up as Gerard Way from that music video countless times in my own music videos. I based 6 Feet Under off of that music video. I obviously said we're 2005, the song 2005. The finale was Helena. I am obsessed. I did my own My Chemical Romance cover right before quarantine happened. My sister and I went to the church and she filmed me walking down the stairs dressed as Gerard Way. But this will be the first time I get to go in the church, which is really cool. So I think that's the thing is you can get a photo inside the church, which is cool. But what's even cooler, and the reason I even found out this is what the event was on TikTok. I'm hoping to find this spooky baker. He makes Halloween inspired or just spooky inspired treats and stuff like that. So it just looks like I've always seen him go to events and stuff like that, even when it's not Halloween time, and it just looks like something fun. So he said he was going to be at the Ghouls Day Out event, and I was like, oh, what is this? And when I looked it up, this looks like this is lighting. Oh, that's so weird. I was like, oh, this is what I've seen people do when they get their pictures taken. And I think they have it set up like the Helena music video. I think they have because it's a little morbid. Oh yeah, we're gonna see how this event goes. I think it's not a huge event. It's not a full day outing. I think you kind of just stop by for a half hour or whatever. But we are gonna be in Koreatown, and there's a lot of good food spots in Koreatown. There's a lot of good Korean chicken places I've never tried. I've been wanting to try these Korean ice cream fish things. I think I've had it once before, but I've been seeing it all over my Instagram lately. And I was like, oh, they have them in Koreatown. They have my cheese sticks in Koreatown. I don't know if we're going to get all of that. But I definitely want to try the chicken because I never tried the chicken in some of these places. And then it's really close to the church. The church is in Koreatown. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I'm doing my makeup today because I'm kind of I did a little tanner on myself, but yeah. But yeah, we did go for a walk yesterday, and that was really nice to do. We feel we haven't gone on a walk in a week. I was trying to go on a walk every day this month, and it just gosh, life gets so busy, doesn't it? You think you have the time. I'm you know what, May, because April was so busy for us. Then I was okay, May, just kind of chill, but I don't know, just ended up getting really busy again. So, which is good. Oh my gosh, so the comments. So if you guys don't know, I know I said it's every video, but me and Colleen Ballinger, if you don't know, obviously you know, started a podcast together called OVERSHARING, and we started a whole new channel, which is really hard to do nowadays, is start another YouTube channel. But it got so much love. We posted it yesterday and it got so much love. I was actually so surprised because we just didn't know. You've been on for a long time. We both are okay, we're very creative people. We're hey, what's next? What's what is the next thing we do? Because YouTube is YouTube and we love YouTube. We'll never be off of YouTube, love YouTube. But it's always oh, are people still there? Do people care? And it was just nice to hear people excited. The thing I was most shocked about, and I guess it shouldn't shock me, but I'm still shocked by it, is body shaming. So obviously we both have access to the channel. I delete anything that is body shaming here, there, anywhere because it's 2023 and I really thought we were past the body shaming thing. Look, I know I've gained weight. I know I've gained weight. You know what I mean? It's that doesn't bother me because it's I know I gain weight. I know why I gain weight. I really do work on myself and, trying to work out more and stuff. And it's I do the best I can, right? But it's crazy because I know, look, I know it's coming from people who are just trying to hurt me and bring me down. They know I'm insecure about my weight or whatever. And it's always been an easy target. Even when I've been 60 pounds lighter, people call me fat. It's just a really easy target for someone like me because I'm not thin. I've never been thin. And people know it's my insecurity. So I know it's like haters, whatever. And maybe some genuine people just, wanting to be mean. Like, oh, wow, she's gained a lot of weight. Let's just talk about it. I'm just surprised because I just feel like in this day and age, like, when you critique someone or talk about someone or even hate someone, like the last thing you hate on is like their appearance, but more specifically their weight. I don't know, right? I don't know. Maybe not. Obviously a lot of it changed, but there was so many comments on that. And I let people say what they want, right? Like I let people say what they want. But when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm just like zero tolerance for it. You know what I mean? I see it. So it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I got to delete this. No one sees it. Like I see it. Like, okay, I get it. I register it. But I don't need anyone else to see it. As far as like other people who may be struggling with their weight or whatever, doesn't matter if you're big or smaller, same size as me, like seeing those are so triggering. And again, it doesn't trigger me bad. I was just like, you know what? Let me go for an extra walk today because we were walking again. And I was like, we walked in the morning and I was like, I kind of want to go for another walk before dinner. But like in the past, it would trigger me to the point where I like, obviously I have binge eating disorder where I just like wouldn't eat for a day. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to eat for 3 days. Of course, we all know that doesn't really do much. It's not healthy. It ruins your body. It's just not a good mentality to have. So like I don't spiral that way anymore. Like I'm still going to eat my dinner. I'm still going to eat my lunch. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, okay, let me go for that extra walk. So, and I wouldn't even say, because I'm like, wow, it's working. It's inspiring. It's not really inspiring. It's like shaming me to like go work out again, even though I already worked out. And then during that walk, I just don't feel, I feel some type of way, I guess. But I was just shocked. I was like genuinely shocked. And again, I shouldn't be shocked because that's my whole life. Like people just go for the weight thing. But I thought, oh, we're like in this different era. And again, people like say stuff and there's a lot to say about me. There's a lot of stuff that people just make up about me, whatever. But that I'm like, that's so weird. But ultimately I'm like, you know what? If that's the poison, people choose, I guess, so to speak, that's better. I mean, I'd rather be called fat or say I've gained weight than being like, oh, you're a bad mom or something like that. You know what I mean? So that was like the majority of like the hate comments, but the majority, like 98%, so positive. And I was just so shocked and happy and excited. And yeah, so I can't wait to post it. If you guys want to go subscribe, it's Oversharing Podcast, Oversharing with Colleen and Trish. And yeah, we just had fun doing it. I don't know. Oh, what else? So I think I'm going to do like a heavy smoky eye today. I think that is probably the look. I probably shouldn't put on too much of this powder. Oh, there's not really like flash. I was going to say for like flashback, but we usually do stuff with just the iPhone. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the church. Obviously, like I want to see the inside of it, but I'm most excited to see all the little stores out in the back of the church parking lot. We're going to try to get there really early. It's early right now. We're going to try and get there right when it opens, like 11. To just go and like get out of the way, because once it starts getting busy and stuff during the day, then it becomes like a lot. And lately I've been just really bad with crowds and people. I'm just I don't know. I think it definitely was made worse during sorry, that's my brushes falling everywhere. It definitely was made worse during like quarantine, but I mean, we basically had quarantine, then we got married, then we got pregnant, then we had the baby, and we kind of just been in our house. And I like when I do my gratitude each morning, I really thank God, the universe, everything for letting us like be in this house, like buying this house, be in this house, live in this house, have this be for our forever home, because we're here so much. So I'm just really, really thankful. And I've always lived in nice places and I've always been really thankful for that. But now more than ever, I'm super, super thankful that we have this place, because we're here a lot, and I love it, and I do love it. I'm such a homebody, so when we do go out, I'm almost like I can't wait to be back home. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but you know what? I was gonna do some creative like red, but I think we're gonna just go straight up black, because this is emo day. I'm gonna call it emo day. It's not called emo day, but I keep calling it emo day. And I got a cute little black ballerina outfit for Miss Malibu, and I got this cute little headpiece for her. Oh my God, my eyes look so small like that. Wow. I wonder if I should have what done red at the bottom. I'm gonna maybe do red, blend it out maybe. Let's see. Okay. That's so funny to see this. Oh my god, I haven't like blackout eyes like this in so long. I have this red palette that I've used a couple times. So okay, best husband ever for real. He's getting her dress and oh my god, it's so cute. So excited because we are kind of like running, not like behind because like I said, the event goes all day. We just wanted to kind of get there early. So he's getting her ready upstairs and he just sent me pictures and it's literally the most adorable thing ever. I cannot even with them. She's like holding her little ballet shoe. But I did not get to go see My Chemical Romance on tour last year. I was literally pregnant the whole entire time. And they came to LA for their last show in October. And it was when I was like 3 weeks postpartum. And I just couldn't bring myself to leave Malibu that young. And y'all know that was like the first like postpartum episode that I had where I just felt like a bad mom because I was like really wanted to go to My Chemical Romance. And when I ultimately decided that it's like best for me not to go, I was like so sad and I was like in a depression and I was like, why am I in a depression? I literally just had a healthy, happy, safe delivery. And like, look, here's the thing. People are going to shame me for that, right? Get the haters and stuff like that, but it's completely normal to feel that way. And that's why I'll like continue talking about it and sharing that story. Cause yes, it's embarrassing. And yes, it's like, okay, so pathetic. Like what? You could be so thankful. You could feel so blessed and so happy in life and have everything you want. But that postpartum, those hormones will kick in and you'll just feel that way. And I had to go to therapy for it. Like it took me a minute to figure out what was happening. Why was I in my head thinking, why am I being ungrateful? But it's not ungrateful. It's just your hormones. Your hormones are so like, there's no explanation for those feelings. And, that's why I always share that story and stuff. Cause you know, when you're in it, when I was in it, I was expecting my postpartum to look a lot worse, like a day-to-day thing. Day-to-day, I was super happy. It felt so, like Malibu just felt so like a natural part of our life. Like it just didn't feel like that much of an adjustment to me at the beginning. Or even now, it felt like, oh, this felt like what we were missing. That was what it felt like. But when I would get those moments, I was thinking, well, I'm not depressed. And then I would get those moments. And I'm like, well, that's postpartum something, you know what I mean? And it does hit at different times. Some people it lingers longer. So I just talk about, you know, the incidences I did have, the episodes I did have, because, you know, for a while I thought, well, this, you know, I'm not getting it. I must be winning because I'm not getting this depression, but it looks different in different people in different ways. So I think it's important to talk about it if you're comfortable. And because I'm in this position that, you know, I'm very public and very open with my mental health. And also I like, well, I'm of all people should be the one to share my experiences because I do think it'll help other people. So, all right, we got the black eyes. That's a vibe right there. All right, so now we're gonna just do some rough black liner. I haven't used this liner is this the right liner? No. I just don't really use liquid liner anymore, and I love it because it's so hard to use this stuff. I actually don't even think I really need it, but we're gonna just kind of go with it. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm still sad that I didn't get to go to the My Chemical Romance concert. You know, because I think that's okay. I think it's okay to feel sad about things, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't change my life for anything, but you know, it's okay to have sad moments and feel sad and all of that. But yeah, it just is like weird because it's like Moses at the time was like, you know, they're gonna go on tour again. I'm like, I don't know if they actually will though. They didn't go on tour for like 15 years or 10 years or whatever it was. Or maybe it was like 15 years. I'm like, and they're, you know, they're probably like, this was our big tour. We got our money. We don't need to do it again. Ooh, that's bad. But I still love Gerard Way. And I hope we can cross paths one day because I do love him. And this is kind of bringing me back to a little bit of my Chemical Romance era. And being around My Chemical Romance fans, it'll just, you know. But it is weird. It is so weird when I think about like my sad boy band. I had so much fun doing that, but it's like, it seems like a lifetime ago. It really does. Like, gosh, it's so funny what, if you're single without kids and not married, or even if you are married, I guess, and if you're childless, it's crazy how much independence like you have. And for me and my husband, we both were definitely like, okay, we've done everything. And I still feel like that. I'm like, gosh, when I think back on my life and everything I've done, and I'm like, gosh, I did a lot. I did a lot. And what's cool about children now is all these new life experiences for them, you get to relive, you know, like first time going on a boat. We went on a boat with her. First time going to Disneyland. You get to like relive all those fun moments, which is like super exciting. I mean, even just chewing food, her sitting in a stroller for herself for the first time, her feet, you know, out and about in the wind, and all that stuff becomes so exciting, right? Because I think I was always chasing excitement. Like, okay, what's the next thing I can do that be exciting? What's the next thing I do exciting? And now it's just, I don't have to chase it. It just happens. But that's what I was saying. Kind of just all over the place today. I wanted to go with these like really big lashes. I don't know. Oh, they were doubled. Let's see here. They were double lashes. That's so crazy. What? Why would they double? Why would did I do that? I feel like I would have. That is so funny. They're literally double lashes. I feel like these might be like, yeah, those are like too much. Okay. I was like, these aren't bad. But how are you guys doing? Isn't it crazy how times change so much? Doing the podcast with Colleen and just like reminiscing about YouTube and how we started and where we're at now and what's changed, what hasn't changed. It's like so crazy how the world changes, like not just like society norms and stuff like that, but technology and social media and career path. I mean, it's crazy how many people make influencer their job now, even if like some people you've never even heard of, and they have so many followers and they make so much money off brand deals or building their own brands or whatever. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Like there's people that have millions and millions of followers and you like never even heard of them. And there's so many people like that, you know what I mean? It's actually crazy to think about. And good, you know, I think that's good when people can be creative, because I think there's so many people that are creative but go into like 9-to-5 jobs or go into like, I don't know, just like jobs maybe that don't fill their creative needs. And now with being an influencer, they can find those jobs, which I think is like really great. Let's see, I'm really bad at putting on lashes. I haven't done this in a while too. I'm kind of glad lashes are kind of on the outs for an everyday look. Oh no, why? Why did that happen? Oh no. I gotta get the glue off. I just don't want it to stick. Oh man, that's so annoying. I hate when I get glue on my... Luckily, it's black eyeshadow. Okay. Literally so annoying. I've never been good at lashes or liner or any of that, so... Like I said, I like the new trend is like clean girl makeup. It's crazy to see these like brand trips happening again. Like I remember when those brand trips were like years ago, like 10 years ago, right? All the beauty influencers went on all these brand trips. I don't know if they get paid or if they just go for the trip. I mean, I'm assuming they get paid, but it's crazy to see like a new generation of like influencers doing these trips. And then of course the drama that ensues. I saw it on TikTok. There was like drama about it. And I'm just like, I guess in a way that's what the trips kind of want. These brands want, right? Because it's like they're getting publicity for a Tarte because everyone keeps talking about, oh, the Tarte trip or the benefit trip. So I guess it's like what they want, but That's crazy. It feels like with TikTok and makeup, it feels like the beauty community back in like 2012. Which I didn't realize how like big beauty makeup videos were, because I just never was in that group, or like I never made makeup videos, so I didn't realize how big it was. But I think they're still all doing good, right? I mean, I think they all like did their own makeup brands and stuff, which that's so smart. You know what? I feel like, yes, I've been around for a while. I feel like I'm really crafty at making money and like figuring out how to make money with the skills and the limited talents that I have. So I think that is an art unto itself. But for people who like build their own brands and like make, you know, product, they're the smart ones. I just never thought, even now, even when I made the most money, right? When I was doing like, I think it was like 2020 when I was starting my, you know, if you know, you know, another social media platform that I made a lot of money on. I was thinking like, okay, now is my chance, right? I have all this money in the world, like literally didn't know what to do with it. Like buying $500,000 cars and spending $500,000 on purses and watches and just never running out of money, right? And I thought at the time even to like, okay, Brandy, obviously we bought a house, but I was like, I do that. I'm like, but what could I build my own brand? Because you have to have money to start your own brand for the most part. And I just couldn't think of any product for the life of me. I like clothing and merch. So like Sad Boy was a venture into that. Obviously, we got screwed over by the wrong type of companies and businesses and also that we worked with. Partially our fault for not doing due diligence, but you know, it is what it is. But I just couldn't think of a product, you know? But for beauty gurus, they can sell makeup and that makes sense because that's their whole life. But what is my whole life, you know? The only thing I can think of is like I can make my own fast food, but that's incredibly hard to do. You just can't make your own fast food. But yeah, it's one thing I kind of wish I would have done, and not to say I still can't. I think about it all the time. Like what would be my ideal product? And I'm always like it'll come to me if it comes to me. You know, I'll know it when I know it, and I try not to like think too hard on things in general because I do feel like answers just kind of get delivered when you have your clear mind and you're just kind of focused and you're in the present. But yeah, I don't know. But anyways, influencing. Who knew that was going to be like a full job that like anybody could do? Like literally anybody could do it, which is again, beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You don't have to wait to get hired. You don't have to prove that you're good enough. You just do it, you know? You just do it. So we're almost getting to the end here. I'm going to do our hair. And don't worry, you're not going to see these straps. The straps are very distracting. Okay. Yeah, I have like a little My Chemical Romance hoodie I'm going to wear. Oh, man. I have this ribbon. I need to find the little black hair ties. I always see them, and then I always think, oh, I gotta remember they're down there, and then I don't remember where I put them. Little black hair ties, cannot find them. Oh, man. I didn't get a full wake-up routine. I found it in the drawer with my hairbrushes and hair tools. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Do you guys have any TV suggestions for TV shows? Oh, I don't know what to watch anymore. We watched a movie last night. It's been out for a minute. It had Jennifer Coolidge on the thumbnail, so we were very like, ooh, we'll watch this. Jennifer Coolidge is in it. She was literally in it for literally my hair down doesn't look bad, like one scene. But she was literally on the cover for the Netflix show. I was like, oh my god, it's so funny. And her scene was so small and so her part was so short. And the movie was horrible. It was really bad. I had the guy from Stranger Things, and Anthony Mackie's really good. Oh my god, he's so buff. I was like, wow, he is looking like ripped. But my hair's so funny. It's got this like really cool wave to it that it normally doesn't. Maybe it's the makeup or something that's making my hair look cooler than it is. I look like one of the Rock of Love girls. I wish. But it was kind of awful, the whole plot. I fell asleep. And we watched it early and I still fell asleep. Look, I would be in any movie. Like, if it's a terrible movie, I'll still be in it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't blame the actors because the actors were really good and stuff. The story was just, whew. And the guy from Stranger Things, the sheriff or whatever, I only watched one season of Stranger Things. Like, he's good in Stranger Things, but this was just a weird role for him. It was like, I thought there was going to be like more ghosts. He was like the only ghost in it. It was just a weird movie. And then I kept thinking like, maybe it's made for kids, like Haunted Mansion. But then I didn't know. I was like, maybe not. I don't know. It was odd. It's been out for a while because I think we had it on our list for a minute. And we tried, I did a whole video about this. We talked about like trying to get into Gossip Girl, but we've only made it 3 episodes. Moses is kind of over it. I'm all kind of over it, but I kind of want to watch it just because I do like the characters. But I don't know. Does it get interesting or is it just like, I don't know. Whenever I hear Upper East Side, I have no idea what that means. I just know it must be like fancy. Is it like the Beverly Hills? Like, what's the equivalent? New York people, let me know. Like, what's the equivalent of it here in LA? Like, I'm like, what's the Upper East Side? I always heard that. To me, it doesn't sound bougie, but now it sounds bougie just because like every show I heard is like, we went to the Upper East Side. And I was like, okay, this must be a bougie thing that I don't know about. I just don't know New York in general, so don't come for me. Okay, so I'm thinking of doing like a ponytail. I could do a half up, half down pony. Tonight. I'm trying to think here. Or do I do like a full pony? Because I'm going to have my daughter. I'll probably carry her for most of the event. So I don't really know if I want my hair to be down or... Because all of it up is like a lot sometimes. Sometimes that looks too casual. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a ponytail is like, oh, I don't know. Looks like I just threw it up and didn't have any time. But I did my makeup, so then it looks like I took time to do my makeup. Probably overthinking this. But if you carry on this way, things are better if I stay. So long and good night. I mean, it feels very high school with my hair like this, which is like kind of the vibes I'm going for because we were living in 2005, and in 2005 I was a junior in high school. Yeah, I've been to the year 2005. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is giving youth. Because I have a hoodie on, so when I wear the hoodie, I really don't like showing my shoulders that much. Okay, let's see here. We are getting a ribbon today, and we actually did use this ribbon when I was in like cheer squad, dance squad. We used to use like these ribbons all the time, and it gave it a little extra something. Let's see. I'm gonna like a little present. All right, tie here, tie here. This is giving I'm a cheerleader so much, and I'm kind of here for it. This is giving I'm a cheerleader, but I have an emo boyfriend. I think that's kind of cute because I am going to put this part of my daughter's outfit, I think, if it works. So I'm going to go try that. But I think it's a look, you guys. I think it's cute. I like with the hoodie and stuff, I think it's going to be like a vibe. I think it's super casual. But that's like good. That's what I'm like trying to do here. I could have gone in like full drawer cosplay, but I think with Little Miss Malibu dress as Selena, it's going to be absolutely perfect. And I don't know, it's just so much fun to dress her up. I've dressed myself up in every character I've always wanted to be, so it's like fun to like get her cute little outfits for these things. Okay. All right. All right. Now I think we are done. All right, so that's the look for now. I'll get my hoodie on. I go finish getting my daughter ready, get her little slippers on, see if this ribbon will go with hers. Like I said, I'm wearing a jacket, so you're not going to see these pink straps. Sorry if you were distracted by them, but I think that is it. All right, this is the church, y'all. There is a line. There is a line of people. My daughter is sleeping right now, but there is a line. The church is beautiful. I've been here before. Church is so nice. Okay, so there is a line of people. I started asking Moses on the drive down, and I was like, oh, you think like people are gonna get here right away because the event's like 11 to 6? He's like, no, people will probably come later. I'm like, no, I think they're gonna come like Disneyland drop, like come right when it opens. Everyone is like dressed up like, I'm actually feel like I'm underdressed. I came with like a My Chemical Romance hoodie thinking I was themed, but people are dressed up. They look great. There's like a huge, Moses, what did you say? He said, what did you say it was in the back? It looked like,
it looks like the emo farmers market.
It's like, oh, it's like a farmer market, but for like emos. And I was like, yeah, because he didn't know it was gonna be like so big. I told him, I said the shops I think are what people come for. So, I don't know what's inside the church. I don't think there is like a show. I think you just, oh yeah, there's a, I think it's just like you take pictures in there and stuff, and they set it up like the video. I'm not sure. I'm nervous now, but I'm excited. It's like one week we're at Barbie World, and the next week we're at Emo World. And I love it. And Mabu is sleeping, so I mean, I have a stroller for her. They're not letting people in yet, so I don't know if it's like really worth waiting in line, but I'd rather wait inside. It's pretty good. Tickets were relatively cheap. Barbie World was like $35, and I think this was like, I want to say this was like $15 or $20 or something. So not too bad, but all right, that's the update. We're here. Kind of hungry. I don't know if I got my period or not, which I might have to go get tampons after this because I forgot to bring them, but she is out. She's teething hard on top, so I gave her some Bomba. Just kind of waking up a little bit. Anyways, all right, that's the update. I don't see any baby strollers, but we made it. We have our little baby. Helena woke up from her nap, and it's called Cool Stay Out. Here it is. This is the event. There's lines. There's lines upon lines to get in here. And we're so ready. And we're so excited. You excited? We're excited. Are you ready?
Let's see her shoes.
She got her little black shoes on. Starting them young, you know? We made it in! We made it in! This is the aisle. How's she doing? Is she doing good? It's like a little spooky, but how are you doing?
It's pretty cool.
You dance down the aisle.
So cute.
We're waiting to take our picture in front of the podium. There was a casket line, but it seemed a little dark with the baby, so I'm like, let's just do the podium. Where'd Gerard Way? Gerard Way was up there. I could say it's a better if I stay. So long and good night. So long and good night. Train lines, and that's drama because not everyone is taking taking turns alternating lines.
It's like our wedding.
Yes. Oh my god, it's our wedding song. We can walk on the hallway.
Is my light on?
Yeah, your light. So when you grow up, will you be the savior of our city and lead a marching band?
She can walk up the stairs.
She can't walk up.
Say hi to everyone. Hi. Hi to all my people. Hi.
Because there's no railing. She's living for her.
That's what Tyler. You're the best.